So most probably I thought he will return with the queen to c6, but no, he wants to move with the king. King h8 played. Wow, this is now very interesting. He always wants to have rook g8 defense.
Of course, and the time is correct now. So
yes, so Magnus is below, yeah?
Yes, Magnus has 2 minutes left.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit easier for black now because black wants to react. Yeah, and Magnus wants to create something. Okay, basically whenever black will go rook g8 to defend, white can always take back the pawn, and draw is kind of in the pocket for white, but how to get more?
How can he improve his position? Maybe by playing h5 for the moment?
Yeah, but h5 doesn't really do much. I thought that somewhere when I eliminate this f5 when I want to go g4, g5 to break, but anyway, I don't think that that's realistic. I don't know at all if, and it shows already, yeah, Magnus is 130. Usually Magnus is famous of playing very quickly if he knows what he's doing, but here it's not easy.
So let him think for a moment. We will get back to this game quite soon. So let's have a look at some other positions, Peter. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, but this might be very dramatic soon. I mean, if there is nothing very dramatic in other boards, I would actually prefer, because there is already now a lot of tension on Magnus. He is at 1 minute, he has to make a decision.
He's getting very nervous.
Yeah, and he is completely depressed now. I want to stay here because, yeah, we see emotions from Magnus. He would like to press, but how to press? Maybe he has to go for...
He's down to 40 seconds now.
Yeah.
Rook d6.
And rook d6, it's a move to play for
a draw.
For a draw, yeah, basically. Acknowledging that, yeah, this king h8, rook you already showed that you will always have defense, and by going for the g7 pawn, white would have also abandoned the c4 pawn. It's already too much. Queen b4.
Can black play for a win?
Exactly. How is Magnus gonna make a draw now? How is Magnus gonna make a draw now with such a limited time?
So the real time is 35 seconds for Magnus. It's not updated on your screen.
Yeah, and how is 4 minutes?
Yes, 3:45.
Queen d5. Yeah, actually I don't like this move rook d6, because rook d6 showed that I don't want to go for attack, but just for a draw white also cannot play, so it's a little bit a move in between.
Can I play a4?
Yeah, that's the question, what Magnus has in mind after a4. Because the point is that Magnus kind of invites queen c5, because it's a double attack on f2 and the exchange of queens, but probably the endgame with queen c5, they both assume that despite it's a pawn up, it's a theoretical draw and it should be easy draw, which most probably Magnus does not mind at this moment already.
Of course, and the king will not get out after rook a8 and h5, so in this endgame.
Yeah. Yeah, so now it's up to Hao. He's trying to figure out that, okay, I already have queen c5, but what's happening after a4? Will white play queen e...
This will be such a surprise.
Queen e1 is played. Wow. Wow, what is queen e1? Not easy to... Well, it's an unpleasant move to face. Now he wants to go queen e4? Or?
Yes, he has queen e4 now, but...
Yeah, he goes queen e4. But okay, this Magnus will hold.
Well, that's what we said with Evgeny Miroshnichenko in St. Louis when he was playing against Maxim Varshelograd.
In this rook endgame,
in this rook endgame. And then we were wrong. We were proved wrong. So I'm not sure how to evaluate these rook endings anymore.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things that when you are down 2 seconds, then anything can happen. But in this position with 10 seconds increment, now Magnus is back to 1 minute plus 10 seconds. So in a comfortable situation, he logged the king down. Actually, that's it. It's a draw. It's a draw. I don't see.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should remind that the time control is 15 minutes plus 10 seconds increment per game, so it's sufficient for Magnus
But hang
to
on.
defend this position.
Yeah, if rook c2, Magnus gonna play rook e8 and allow e3 because otherwise I get a pawn to
Yes.
a2. So white is kind of forced to go rook a8. Then black has the option to go e3. Rook takes a4.
Rook f2.
Rook f2 and okay, you go with the king somewhere
So rook e4.
and it should be a draw, yeah. It should be a draw. Yeah, and Hao is shaking his head. But I mean, if, yeah, he goes for rook c2. Yeah, we see this line. Yeah. I only wonder that if Hao went for this endgame, what did he expect from this endgame? That it will be, I mean, not winning, but I mean that he will really have winning chances. I don't know.
How about rook a2 here for the moment?
Yeah, rook
Just to
a2 is.
postpone.
Yeah, rook a2 is possible, but you will go king h3 then. And the white king will get to f5 and
Yeah,
you
but
can...
I will play f5 myself probably,
Yeah, you play f5 now.
and then
Okay,
I will wait. Okay.
I will attack it. Yeah, rook a2 played, just to play with the nerves of Magnus a little bit.
With a3? I mean after rook a5?
Yeah, I anyway cannot really take, so king f1 is
King f1,
played,
of course,
yeah.
yes. I think that king h3 is a bit dangerous.
Yeah, it's a bit dangerous. Yeah, black's problem is this locked king, yeah? If he would get out, but he just can't get out, it's the... Or maybe he can. I mean, black has the option of playing g5, exactly.
Of course.
Exactly. He can get out of the box with g5 and...
Rook a7, how do you get out of the box? Then you'll bring your king to b8?
Yeah, I mean, now at least I can start pushing my a pawn and try to run with the king, because if the pawn is advanced enough...
But then I will take on the...
Yeah, the question will be if you can take on... Yeah, and h take g5. Happened. g4, Magnus fixes f5. But what Hao wants on this position now? Now that he allowed this h5 passer. Yeah, I'm not expecting any more dramas here.
Okay, so let's switch to another game, which is more...
Yeah, I just want to see the next
romantic,
move.
yes.
So
Rook a3.
rook a3. No, hang on. So Hao still has rook f3, rook f4 idea. So he wants to give the a4 pawn, but king g2 played. Yeah.
No, king e2.
King e2 played.
Yes, I will always threaten the f6 pawn. There is no way for you to take on g4 comfortably.
Yeah, rook f3, rook takes a4.
Rook a6 even maybe. Why not rook a6?
Well, I think now just 2 more moves and they can settle.
So Magnus will inverse his strategy. He will draw with white
Yeah, and it's a
win
draw,
with black. Yes. So
Okay, now we can move. Now we can move, but it was important to see till the end how this results.
So
The game Smirin Dominguez was a draw. Here we see the game that we have analyzed, and Mamedov is close to winning. He's close to winning, and it would be then
From this point, it was well, perhaps a time to agree a draw, which was easy to achieve with rook d8, just swap everything, take on b6, and that be it. Yeah, queen to b6, queen c4, queen a5. Typically, even after he sacrifices the pawn, well, the activity of the pieces should be enough of a compensation. But I believe somewhere around this point, this queen d5 was a bit too much, because at least according to an engine, black could have played a4, and it's not that obvious where white's compensation is, because the queen's endgame is no longer a draw. If you capture on f5, black just takes on c4, marches forward. So might have been a tight spot for the world champion. So after all, I believe he has to be happy with the draw he made against one of the candidates.